Good morning, Appalachian Trail. Good morning. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Good morning, virtual Tramily, and everyone else joining. I'm Brix. Thanks for being with me today. Today marks the 2-month anniversary of when I started my attempted through hike of the AT. And it's a beautiful morning. I really wanted to start today with that chorus of songbirds as the sun was coming up at the priest's shelter. And how about that view from the ledges near the summit of Priest Mountain with the sunlight cascading down into the valley. What an amazing way to start the day. You know, I know that birds don't feel the way the humans feel in terms of emotions and things of that nature, but I do know that birds feel, you know, and wouldn't it be great if that chorus of songbirds in the morning is truly a bird celebration of the day? You know, we humans sometimes take the beginning of the day for granted, and it's generally because we're so busy. You know, our alarms go off. We have to get ready for our day, get our children, for those that have them, ready for their day, get off to whatever our day's work is. And that doesn't mean that we don't appreciate the day, because I'm sure many of us do appreciate the day. But by and large, I don't know that we celebrate it. Definitely not the way that birds sound in the morning. But then again, they're just birds doing bird things. But it certainly is beautiful. I am on my descent down the Priest Mountain. Had a good night's stay at the Priest Shelter last night. Today's gonna be another 22-mile day. I'm looking forward to it. I only have one more 4,000-foot climb left in Northern Virginia. Some say it's the last 4,000-foot climb until Massachusetts. I haven't verified that, but this one 4,000-footer that we have today will be the most difficult to climb. Good thing is it really kind of divides the day, because I should reach that summit at the 11-mile mark about halfway through the day. So that's probably where I'll be having lunch today. The forecast is calling for a little bit of rain today. I lost signal last night, so I'm not sure the exact expected accumulation. It had gone yesterday from 0.1 inch to almost 1/4 of an inch. There's a chance of thunderstorms. We're going to hope for the best and prepare for the worst in the event that there is thunderstorms. But we'll take it as it comes, rain or not. Gonna be a beautiful day. I already know based on just on how the morning started. I'm really glad to have everyone with me today. I look forward to sharing whatever it is that I might find. Thanks for joining me. You can barely just make it out through the trees. But That is Three Ridges Mountain. That's our 4,000 footer that we're gonna climb here in a bit. Last one, at least of the day. Let's go get it. A little hazy down the east side of the valley. Still a pretty day. We have started our climb up Three Ridges Mountain. We are about 2/3 of the way up Three Ridges Mountain, 3.9 miles. This is a little false summit of one of the three ridges, the second of the three actually, called Chimney Rock. Three Ridges is a tough climb, but it's views like this that make it worth it. Three Ridges Mountain still looms high overhead. 4.5 miles into the climb. Got about another 1.3 to go or so. It's a tough climb, I'm not gonna lie. Probably the toughest climb in Virginia. We are approaching the last few steps up to the summit of Three Ridges Mountain. This has been a strenuous climb. I'm so glad I'm on day 3 of a resupply instead of day 1 of a 4-day resupply. Couldn't imagine doing this with a pack 12 pounds heavier. Not much of a view. Oh well. Sometimes the challenge is its own reward. So that was a challenging climb. It was everything that I had heard was, that's for sure. Still, I'm glad to have completed it. It's still early in the day, I'm 11 miles in. It's almost noon, so I didn't get my 12 miles in by noon. My 12 by 12. It's a little personal goal I like to try to get. So I'm gonna walk for about another mile downhill, and then I'm gonna stop for lunch. According to the Far Out app, there's an overlook a little ways ahead. That might be a good place to stop. It's starting to cloud up a bit with the weather approaching. Hopefully there's still a view there. Everyone, here's a fantastic view of what we just walked this morning. We started our day right over there on the Priest. From there we walked down that ridge, down to the valley, cut across, and we came up this ridge. And I showed everybody the view from Chimney Rock, a little false summit that took us up the climb up to Three Ridges Mountain. That was an 11-mile walk. So no view from the top of Three Ridges, but this view more than makes up for it. I'm about to get rained on. Temperature just dropped about 10 degrees. So everybody, as predicted, I am getting rained on along with everybody else who is not on the AT, because we all sought shelter at the Maupin shelter. We have a mix of northbounders and southbounders. Real quick, I'm going to turn it around and let everybody introduce themselves if they want. But first, I'd like to give a special shout out to Joyce, mother of Pipes.
Hey, Mom.
Pipes is back there. He had a mission to catch up with me. Mission accomplished. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and flip the camera around and let everybody introduce themselves real quick.
Okay, I'm Purple Haze, and I'm going back to Reed's Gap, and then back to Boston.
And I'm White Blaze, and I'm accompanying Purple Haze, and just been a nice week out here.
Shy Cat's in the corner. Meow. I'm with them.
What's up, guys? I'm Welder from Fredericksburg, just doing the low section hiking with a couple of my brothers here.
Yep, Joe doing the same.
Yep, I'm John, brother to Joe, having a good time.
Hey, I'm Pipes, through hiking. This is day 53, started on March 5th, so it's going strong.
Pipes is blazing. He started 7 days after me, and we're at the same location. Good job, brother.
Thank you.
And I'm Al, going from Waynesboro to Glasgow.
Right on. So together we are one happy, wet, and or dry trail family. Woo! So that was a very well-timed shelter. It had started raining just as I was nearing the Maupin shelter, and I stopped and was fortunate enough to get a cell phone signal, and I had received that there was a thunderstorm warning in effect for the time period that I was in, and it was set to expire like 30 minutes from the time that I did it. But there was definite thunder occurring, and the wind had picked up, so I sought shelter inside the Maupin shelter to wait out the thunderstorm, which, as you can probably tell, has passed. And then, yeah, as is typical for shelters, especially during thunderstorms. And so several hikers had come in, and that's when I had met a combination of section hikers and through hikers, and even met Pipes, whose mother is a viewer. So part of my virtual tramline. That was a very unique experience, and it was great to have that connection and to meet Pipes. So the rest of the day looks like it's going to be ridge walking. Terrain should be pretty good. We've got about another hour and a half or so predicted for rain. But at this point, if there's no risk of a thunderstorm, I'm just going to continue to walk and we'll see what happens. Anyway, there's still plenty of daylight left. Got about 10 miles or so remaining, and we're going to make the most of it. This portion of the trail has a series of cliffs that are supposed to show the Valley of Waynesboro, Virginia, but as you can see, with the cool air and the rain, the fog has set in. But everybody should know by now how I feel about the fog. It creates its own view. Everybody, we are almost done with the day. I'm going to provide one last view. We're climbing a 3,500 foot humpback mountain. The fog in the lowlands look pretty. So I was actually supposed to stay on the ridge of Humpback Mountain tonight, but I think I'm going to push forward about 3 miles to the next campsite, which is going to be down in the valley. It's still raining a little bit. The forecast tonight is calling for increased wind, with winds up to about 21 miles per hour. And so I think down in the valley, I'll fare a little bit better in my tent than up here on the hill. 3.9 to be exact, I think, to the next campsite. It's gonna put this closer to a 25 or 26 mile day. I'll give you the calculation at the end. My body feels good though. I think most likely it's because of the additional rest I got inside the mop-in shelter. So I'm happy to push for a couple extra miles. Still got plenty of daylight left. This is on the descent from Humpback Mountain. Wonder how long it took to stack all of these rocks. Wish I had a little history on that. Well, everybody, this is my campsite. This is where I'll be tonight. It's 7 o'clock. Got about an hour before sunset. I think this is gonna do just fine. I think I'm gonna set up right here. There's my spot. Tent is all set up, everyone. Well, everybody, it ended up being a 25.9 mile day from the pre-shelter to a unsupported campsite that I found, but it's a very comfortable site. Ground is level. Really terrific day. All the way from, Three Ridges to the views to even sheltering in the rain and finding Pipes, who is the son of a viewer. All in all, another terrific day on the AT. Sets me up for a short day tomorrow, 8.7 miles into the city of Waynesboro for my resupply, which will be my last stop before I hit the Shenandoah National Park. I'm so excited for that. Everyone, thank you so much for being with me today on this journey. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Good night.